Are the refs' new favorite team the Eagles? That's a question we should probably ask later. Glory be to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever. Welcome to Dynamite Duo Sports, the podcast where we break down the NFL's top storylines with the facts, including the fact that the Chiefs dynasty might actually be coming to an end. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And today we are going to be recapping what was NFL Week 11 and also give you our, reactions or overreactions to Week 11. We got to figure out a title for that. So, anyway. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So we had the Patriots take down the Jets 27-14. I didn't see most of this game, but you saw most of it. From what I did see, it looked like the Patriots were just in control of the game, but they weren't really trying to dominate.
Yeah, when I watched the game, it's like the Patriots didn't even look like they were like trying in the game. Like people were like, that game's a little close for comfort. I'm like, no, they were just it looked like they were playing like it looked like they just weren't even like attempting to crush him. They were just like, we have the lead now. We're just gonna give the ball to Trayvon Henderson, let Henderson have a spotlight. That's what it was. 3 touchdowns, Trayvon Henderson. Now people know after seeing this game that Henderson is a good running back when you use him. Vrabel saw that, he used it. So that's the really good thing I saw because now not only has the team looked good before,
in some leagues, I know this.
Not only has the Patriots looked good before, and now that they know Henderson can be used more, they're gonna look probably better now.
But don't go back to Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, don't. Or Gibson. Just don't.
When they come back, Henderson needs to be the lead back. He needs to be getting like 15 carries a game.
He needs to be the screen pass person
too. He needs
to
be getting 20 touches a game.
No, he's the kind of person too that you want to throw to for like screen passes and things and routes.
That was his specialty at Ohio State.
And look what he got the passing touchdown. So yeah, the Patriots look like they just gave the ball to Henderson Thursday night because they knew that that's all they need to do to win. So,
yeah. Right. Then we got the Dolphins taking down the Commanders in Madrid, 16-13. Was that a good roll?
No, it was not.
Oh well. Anyway,
no, it was not.
So this game was pretty sloppy for the most part. Like it
wasn't expected though.
It wasn't like a turnover sloppy. It was just bad offense sloppy.
Yeah, but that's kind of expected.
Yeah, even though the Dolphins should have been able to score more points with their offense against the Commanders' defense right now.
The Commanders' defense banged up. Their offense banged. It's just even call their offense the practice squad besides Debo right now, honestly.
Yeah, I know. Literally, there's literally no starters except for Debo Samuel on that offense, and maybe their offensive line, but they're not that good anyway.
Yeah.
So, Dolphins didn't look that impressive.
But they are winning games.
They are winning games, and their schedule's actually not the hardest the rest of the way.
But the only way they're going to make it all the way is if they win the rest of their games.
Which is going to be very hard to do.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard.
And also, apparently, for you Dolphins fans, I'm so sorry for you. Your owner wants to keep your head coach and Tua next year.
Okay, Tua's not necessarily a big of a problem as it would be keeping Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, because he said that they're a package deal.
Yeah, that's the problem. Because if you had the right head coach for Tua, that would be good for you.
Here's the thing: he was the right head coach for Tua before,
and then he just probably
they figured
smoked a little too much.
People figured out his offense,
but not only that, he just gotten even more high in the games. I would say, like the way you look at him is like, dude, are you like having some of the stuff before the game?
Anyway, Dolphins didn't look that great in a win over a bad team.
Yeah,
then. Packers escape against the Giants 27-20.
Man, they need to ban teams need to sign a petition to where we refuse to play at MetLife until they fix the turf because Josh Jacobs hurt his knee, another leg injury at MetLife.
Yeah.
Like it's just seriously. Their owner whines about the taunting rules. There's taunting rules. How about we whine about you and your field? And we say, we refuse to play on your fields until you fix it. And Giants will never get to have a home game until they fix this.
And the Jets.
And Jets. But I don't
Both of you guys work together like two dysfunctional franchises. And the thing you say you wanted the game to be better. Well, fix your field if you want it to be better. So, anyway, Jameis Winston turned to Jameis Winston at the end.
He's there throughout the game. The Packers just kept dropping the interceptions that were like easy picks.
Sure. That's what I'm saying. It was the Jameis Winston show. You got the full package basically the other day. So
it was entertaining. So I mean, Packers. The big thing for me is it's
Do you
this.
have to score 27 points to win?
Yeah, and on top of that, it's like you're in the same position as the Buccaneers, but just a little worse because it's like your team getting hurt, and I'm sorry, but you're not going to be able to win a playoff game.
We don't see you gain health.
Yeah, and we don't see you getting healthy. And if Josh Jacobs is out for a while, that's not good unless Jordan Love for Toyotathon goes off. So you're in trouble if you guys do not either get healthy or you guys figure out what the heck's your problem. Now, Micah Parsons, shout out, got a sack, got the fumble against Jameis Winston that clinched the game, though, in the very end.
He always does well against the Giants.
So, yeah, so that's good for Micah Parsons. But, yeah.
Yep. So, anyway, next game. Texans-Titans.
Almost won.
That
Almost.
basically the same thing as the Dolphins-Commanders.
Yeah.
Literally,
like Texans,
overtime game, 16-13. Like,
but another thing, it's like the Texans, it's like you sat there and it's like they looked like, hey, past couple weeks, they looked like they could be a playoff contender. And then their offense
they
looked
still
like this.
could. But
they still could. They
CJ
still
Stroud
could.
didn't play.
Yes, they still could.
Yeah, so if CJ Stroud gets back and he doesn't get killed behind that offensive line,
right,
they have a chance to make the playoffs, especially with a tiebreaker against the Ravens, and then they beat the Jaguars once, and they have the Chargers coming up in the end of the year. If they beat the Chiefs, that's another tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So there is a good chance, even if they don't win the division, they can still make the playoffs.
If they can tie with the Colts, too, like beating them once.
And then for the Titans, it's like, I don't know what we expected anyway. So
with the Titans, it's just you completely restart. Cam Ward should be Cam Ward. He looks good. It's just that he just has one of the worst offensive linemen in the NFL.
If you can fix your O-line, get a good head coach,
and a solid wide receiver one.
Yeah, and also Calvin really tore his knee up.
Yeah, so he's out.
So
he's out for the season, and so it's basically
honestly like I know that there's no such thing as tanking in the NFL.
That's why I would. That's why
you should tank.
That's why I would take Mike McCarthy's head coach, just because I think he would help our offense better.
That's true.
So that's why I'm okay with someone like Mike McCarthy becoming our head coach. But yeah, but some people are saying he might go to the Giants.
Well, they're basically Mike McCarthy's being linked to any team that needs
a head coach,
with a good quarterback.
Yes.
So yeah, it's not a bad idea, but it's also not the best idea. You should probably look at all your options. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a thrilling game. Panthers come back against the Falcons.
Bryce Young had like 450 passing yards.
Franchise record.
Like,
and you went from last week doing nothing.
No, but on top of that is he had to leave the game like 3 times. And he was out for like 3 drives. And he still had 450 If he wasn't hurt those times, he might have had 500 passing yards in that game.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So and also he was efficient. It was like,
and then Rigo Dowd was looking rough first half. Second half, he really stepped up in the game. So
yeah. So Panthers, I have no idea what to think of you.
Hey, you're 1 game behind Buccaneers though. So
1 game behind Buccaneers. Buccaneers are banged up. If you could string together some wins, I'm sorry, you're playing the 49ers next week, who
are starting to get healthy.
They're starting to get healthy now, so it's like you're playing them at the wrong time. So
maybe if it was like 2 weeks ago, would have been a little nicer.
2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, Panthers potentially could be a playoff team. Maybe win the division. It depends on the Buccaneers.
But it also depends on the Panthers because they're really inconsistent. Right, they are a roller coaster ride right now.
Yeah, they are. But the Buccaneers also, with all their injuries and their defense not showing up,
yeah,
they're literally all over the place too.
Right.
They just got to a hot start with Baker Mayfield. So they have the bridge has been, the gap is gone for the Buccaneers. They have no room for error. They need to keep winning.
And next week's not going to be an easy game for him.
Yeah, that's going to be an insane game. I want an entertaining game. Then we got,
I think he'll get it,
the Bears taking out the Vikings in comeback fashion again. 19-17.
But the interesting thing, okay, J.J. McCarthy played awful. And I think again, Pat McAfee was making an argument earlier of similar to Josh Allen when his first year with the Bills, not good at all. He looked very similar, not knowing what to do. But, and again, Kevin O'Connell, if there's any head coach that could fix J.J. McCarthy, it is Kevin O'Connell. But I don't see that. I don't personally see that.
I think they're going to give him one more year after this year.
Probably.
Halfway through next year, if he's still this, it's
out.
over. He's out. He's probably going to be relegated to
And honestly,
indoor arena football league.
Honestly, if I was the Vikings, I would probably try and pick up Sellers from South Carolina
Lenore
here's the draft
Sellers. Ooh.
in the draft next year, just in case. You know, I think that'd be really good.
He's going to go high. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Like the first 3 rounds, I think, is when
Now,
he's going to go.
to be fair for JJ, their O-line is like
rough.
Awful. Like one of the worst offensive linemen right now. But
they
again,
have
at
a lot
the same
of
time,
injuries on their team.
now
too.
and again, he did take him down the field towards the end. They did score. There was like 40 seconds left, and then their special teams let the Bears get to like the Vikings 40. So he did get them down the field when he had to. That shows some promise.
Yeah, but
their special teams blew it. Their special teams blew in the end, though.
Like the Vikings are an example of what the Broncos could be if they didn't have the elite defense that they have, and if Bo Nixon turned to Tim Tebow in the fourth quarter. So it's like,
yeah, but still, like the Broncos though, it's like though you're pretty confident they're going to do it.
We'll get to that. Later.
Yeah, but yeah, so ultimately it's like Bears.
You're getting by. Congratulations.
You're getting the wins.
You got the lead of the division.
You got lead division. You're getting the wins. That's good. I mean, obviously you should be doing that against these teams. But there's still that concern of like what's going to happen if you play an actual team.
We'll see how you play against the Steelers.
And Aaron Rodgers
and then you got the Packers twice. And then you got the Lions again before the season ends.
Right.
If you can split with the Packers, beat the Lions, and beat the Steelers, I think you're in good shape.
Yeah.
But we'll see. And then
but yeah.
My upset pick of the week.
Good job.
It landed with, it was a smashing.
I have a question. Did you think it was going to go like that, though?
No.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be closer than that.
Okay.
I think that the Jaguars won 35-6. I think the Jaguars have some sort of weird thing.
They're like the Bills right now.
Like, well, no. I'm saying because ever since that playoff game against the Chargers, when they came back.
Oh, they've always been beating them, is what you're saying.
Well, no, they haven't played them since then.
Oh.
I think it was the first time since
Okay.
I might be wrong, but
okay.
That wasn't even Trevor Lawrence playing good. It was just, I don't even know what happened. I didn't even look at the stats of this game.
Defense just demolished the Chargers offense, and then the ETN stepped up in this game.
Yep, but I think it's time for the Justin Herbert. Like, you think the Dak lovers are bad. Look at the Justin Herbert lovers.
No, the thing for me at Justin Herbert lovers is like, I don't...
I see the talent, but...
It's just like Dak, you see the talent. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but it's just
the same thing. The only thing for me is that the only reason why I can understand Herbert fans being a little more confident is because you have Jim Harbaugh as your coach. But at the same time, it's like Justin Herbert has the bad games that makes you know that he's not going to win a playoff game.
I think you guys need Peyton Manning to come and break whatever curse you guys have on you guys right now.
Yeah. Peyton Manning, go do that on your show. Go break their curse.
That's the next one for you. Anyway, Buccaneers Bills. It was a really, really good game until the fourth quarter.
It's
44-32. Josh Allen, 6 touchdowns, 3 passing, 3 rushing. He's back. Okay. I don't know. Roller coaster time for Josh Allen.
Here's the thing about Josh Allen, which is why he's a great quarterback, is statistically, like his passing percentages, things like that, he's like might not even be in the top half most seasons.
Yeah.
No, but that's the reason. The problem is that when Josh Allen, when you watch him though, he makes the important plays. So when you look on a piece of paper, you're like, Josh Allen, he doesn't look that impressive in most games. But then you look at it, like, for example, this game he was like 18 out of 30 or something for like passing or something nothing that impressive. But
also that shovel interception
and 2 interceptions
at the shovel interception at the beginning. I was like, oh, what are you doing?
So the thing about Josh Allen is just that like when he needs to make the play, he makes it. But the Bills are still kind of inconsistent every week.
Yeah, and then also their defense is still
questionable.
Their rushing defense is very questionable.
Yeah,
you let what's his name? Last name Tucker. What's his first name? Sean Tucker. Go for over 100 yards on you.
He did that last season too when he was a secondary runner back in one of the games
against.
I don't remember.
I'm just saying, Bills, you're in trouble if Ed Oliver doesn't come back for you guys.
Yeah, it's
on
okay.
your
So like
defensive
after
line.
watching this week though, the concern of missing the playoffs, I think you're still gonna make it after just seeing this week.
Because you have the tiebreakers.
Yeah, you have the tie breaks, things like that. So for me, it's like, but there's still the concern of like you're not a Super Bowl contender still though, in my opinion, because of the inconsistency.
Well, don't worry, we'll be talking about the Bills a little more later.
Yeah.
Then we had the Steelers take down the Bengals 34-12 with Spitgate 2.0.
Okay, I'm not gonna don't punch me. No, I'm not gonna spin you. I'm not gonna spin on you. It all started the beginning of Thursday Night Football. Started announcing college to the NFL, and the big question too is the NFL going to start enforcing a much more harsher punishment for spitting on someone?
We're probably going to find out today, or by the time this video comes out, you might have already found out. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I expect Jamar Chase to get a 1-game suspension, which I'm not.
Stephen A. thinks he should get 2. Do you think that's justified? I mean, I think it is.
Nope, because I need him against the Ravens in fantasy.
Oh, whatever. Oh, okay. I mean, me personally, I want that too.
I want that
so they can beat the Ravens.
I think that since they only gave Jalen Carter 1 game, then he should only get 1 game.
Yeah, I mean that's fair.
That's what I.
That's fair. Okay,
you gotta be equal with your.
But I will say something about Steelers, if you don't mind. The Steelers' defense the past 3 weeks have looked like the defense we wanted to see this season.
Yeah, they have made some pretty good additions. Kyle Duggar from the Patriots, and then they also signed what's his name? Jackson. Or no, Samuel, the corner.
Yes.
This
and
in the last couple of weeks.
And another thing which they decided to Jalen Ramsey this week, so they decided to put him at safety. And that worked.
He played at safety the last week too.
And their defense secondary is so much better that way. And they shut down Jamar Chase.
They shut down Jamar Chase. If you could put a formerly elite corner back there because he's not as fast as he used to be, that's not good.
The way how he understands where the receivers going to run, so he knows the routes. It's perfect. If this is good for Steelers, but the question is Aaron Rodgers hurting his wrist.
Left wrist.
But I will say this: Aaron Rodgers wanted to go back in the game.
Yeah, but it's probably good that he didn't because they didn't need to.
They didn't need to. That's good. But if he misses any games, it's just going to be 1 game, which would be this Sunday, which I want him to play because he owns the Steelers. I'm Bears. He owns the Bears.
Oh yeah, they are at the Bears too.
If Aaron Rodgers beats the Bears, I want him to shout that I still own you again because this. Okay, let's say Bears do beat the Packers at least once, maybe twice this season, but Aaron Rodgers beats them. It just shows that the Packers didn't own the Bears. Aaron Rodgers owned the Bears.
Yep.
So if that was what happens, that would be really funny. So that's why I really want him to play. But and I think there's a decent chance
he will, but they just need to be careful.
Yeah.
Because they need him for the playoffs.
Right.
And also, having a little time off might not be the worst thing for Aaron Rodgers since he's older. Yeah. Get a little extra time to let your body heal a little bit, like take a couple weeks off. It'd probably be okay, honestly. So
we'll see.
All right, you're up.
All right, so now we're going to the 4:00 games with the 49ers dominating the Cardinals 41-22. Now, before I talk about the 49ers, I want to say something about the Cardinals. Jacoby Brissett broke the NFL record for most completions in a single game.
Most empty stat ever.
Yeah, literally. 47 out of 57 for like 430 passing yards. And again, most of that was actually trash yards because the 49ers
were up by a lot.
49ers were winning like 35 to 10, and they're like, okay, it's like the about to be the fourth quarter. We're done. We're chilling.
Well, I mean, Kyle Shanahan, don't get comfy.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan, don't get comfy. But when I was watching that game, I didn't watch the game, so I was watching like the replays and things, and Christian McCaffrey looking really good, Brock Purdy, and George Kittle's chemistry. Whenever a quarterback has chemistry, like Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Tom Brady, Gronkowski, Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, when you have the quarterbacks, or Mahomes, Travis Kelce, when you have that chemistry, you're going to have a really good, successful offense. That's what you've seen with every quarterback that has, when their number one receiver is your tight end, your team is just so much better because the tight end's technically not the fastest, most athletic receiver out in the field, but you still throw to him a lot.
They never are.
No, like they never
Unless
are.
You're Kyle Pitts.
That's what I'm saying. So, or like Gonzalez maybe, because he was kind of pretty athletic. But when the tight end is your main receiver and you still have all the other good wide receivers on your team, which 49ers are banged up, but when they are, that's going to be a really successful offense. So the 49ers are getting healthy. They're looking scary. And
Hopefully
Yeah,
your defense is still okay, though. That's all I'm going to say. Because
right.
we do have to remember Fred Warner and Nick Bosa are
Boza.
not coming back.
Yep.
So,
If they were both here, I would say honestly Super Bowl contenders right now.
yeah,
Unfortunately, I mean I think no one could deny that if they were healthy.
I think they are without him. But anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we're going to the Rams Seahawks, and Rams won 2019. What did I tell you about Sam Darnold? When are you going to get that through your head, Giuseppe? Was I right in this game about the concern about Sam Darnold? The game's close. When there's pressure, he turns the ball over. Was I right?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. That's the problem with Sam Darnold, is that I think he's a good quarterback if you have a big lead.
I think that with development, he will eventually get over this.
Or he might never. Like
Or he
Justin
might
Herbert, Lamar
never
Jackson,
do
Dak
it. I don't
Prescott.
know.
They haven't gone over it either.
Well, I will say that he had his growth stunted because he was with the Jets.
Sure.
And then the Panthers.
Sure.
So, literally, all his development came in 1 year, 2 years with the 49ers and then with the Vikings. So,
Yeah, no, wait, I'm not saying he can't fix it, but I'm saying it's a concern right now. And that's why I'm saying.
I think it's like, okay, let's just put it this way.
But
If they have to face the Eagles or the Rams in the playoffs, they're losing.
Or 49ers even.
Yeah, not with their injured, but not without Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, I think.
Well, okay, let's say 49ers beat the Seahawks again when they play him again.
If that happens, then yes. But unless Sam Darnold actually looked good.
What if they play like Bears? If you say their defense that good, their secondary getting all those interceptions. Imagine what happened to Sam Darnold. The Bears.
I don't think they're going to end up playing the Bears.
If Bears win a division, let's say they do beat those teams like you said, they win the division, right, they could play them. And then you got to play the team with like the most interceptions right now by individual players.
Yeah.
So there's also that concern. And Lions too, if they played the Lions in the playoffs. Lions secondary is getting healthier slowly.
Okay, well anyway. But
yes, so
Rams,
but then Rams, it's like you did your defense played really well. You basically shut down the Seahawks offense.
No, you literally did what you the way you went into the game was the way you had to go into that game because
Seahawks defense is good and the Rams offense was limited today, where they were, and they
didn't make mistakes.
They didn't make mistakes on offense. They didn't try anything risky against a defense like the Seahawks. So again, that we both agree that the Rams are a better team than the Seahawks, and this game showed that they had that slight edge because the pressure, the quarterback difference, and Matthew Stafford for the first time ever has above 500 winning record. First time. So congratulations to that. Very well deserved. I didn't even realize that till like this season. I was like, well, he's going to change that this year. And he has.
Oh, yeah, he definitely is.
So, yeah, really good for him. Happy about that. Now we're going to move on to my favorite game of the week. The Broncos beating the Chiefs 22-19 with once again another fourth quarter game-winning drive for a field goal. And I'm not going to lie. I was watching the game, and as most of the time with the Broncos, I've never watched a full game with the Broncos where they felt, because they did fall behind against the Chiefs in the third quarter. They were looking sloppy, and then the fourth quarter, all of a sudden, they just stepped up like usual, went down the field and were scoring.
Step it up.
Yep. And so then there's also the concern about the Chiefs of like they lose their 5-5. I think they are not going to. I think it's too late for them to win the division.
That's gone.
It's not impossible. But I think it's pretty very likely they are not winning the division. So my prediction beginning this year about Chiefs getting number 7 seed is not actually looking that crazy right now, because that's the spot they're probably going to get. I might even be wrong. But I'm saying that's probably only position that they will get for the playoffs. So, ultimately from this game is that Broncos, fourth quarter comebacks, I mean, that's what matters in the end. The question is, will that luck run out? Or is this just your or is it a strategy of keeping the game close, and then you just
go
full force on off, because that's what it looks like in the game.
I don't want them in the Super Bowl.
I don't either because I want a high scoring Super Bowl. I don't want a low scoring Super Bowl. I don't think they're Super Bowl contenders in my opinion. Just because if you play a team like Patriots or Drake May, Colts, or because which you did lose to, I just don't think you'll actually beat them. But they could. But I just don't think it's going to happen. Now. Next game, Ravens-Browns. Ravens winning 23-16. This game was awful. Lamar is playing awful. These past two games, not good.
And then also against the
You
Dolphins,
cannot
you
even
got so lucky.
Yeah, Dolphins, you were lucky. Lamar had a great comeback game, but again, that was against the Dolphins. And then these past 2 games, he's looked. Ugh. And not to mention, he's my fantasy QB, and I'm probably not going to start him because I just don't trust him.
Well, your other guy's Herbert, so
I'm probably going to pick somebody up. And then Browns, you started Shador and.
No, he didn't start.
Sorry, not start. You didn't start. He came in because Dylan Gabriel was hurt. And then 4 out of 16 with an interception. I don't care if you have not played with your starters.
No, he
4 and
literally
16
has never.
I don't care. I don't care. 4 and 16.
Here's my thing.
And an interception that was awful. That's not that.
Evan Stefanski set it up for failure, and that's what happened.
You can't simply say that. I'm saying if Shador had the right coach, sure he might do better, but you can't say that it's not his fault at all. I
didn't say it wasn't.
He did not play good.
He took the blame for it, Tony. Just so you know.
I know he did, but I'm just saying that I was right. It's
not. You can't just say off of one game.
No.
You're gonna say that.
No. Shador as a rookie in the NFL would not play well. If maybe next.
Oh my gosh, Tony, you are overreacting to 1 quarter of football.
4 and 16, 1 interception.
It wasn't good. But you can't just say that he's definitely not going to be a good quarterback.
No. I said that Shador Sanders is not the kind of quarterback who can play well in his rookie year.
We don't know that. Well, of course he's not going to play well his rookie year when his coach literally has something against him.
He's the kind of QB that needs to be developed before you start him.
Well, it's kind of hard to develop somebody to play with the starters when you never played with the starters.
No.
In practice either.
Your head coach. The problem with the Browns, their head coach. Why haven't they fired him? Is my question. What are you waiting for?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, it's like, what are you waiting for? Fire him. All right, and then you had
the refs. Always the refs.
Eagles winning 16-9. Now, I will say this: the PI was the dumbest thing. In fact, it was offensive pass interference, not even defense.
Yeah, literally everybody except for stupid Eagles
even
fans
Chris
agrees.
Collinsworth was like, "What the heck?" And
by the way, I didn't hear the call. I just saw what happened. I was like, "Are you kidding me?"
I saw that. And I'm like, "Are they calling PI on that play?" I'm like, "Is there holding?" And then they call pass interference. I'm like, "Who?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "That was a pass interference." I'm like, "No way!" Now I will say this though, to give credit to the Eagles, their defensive line with Jalen Phillips is scary. He was pressuring Jared Goff. Jared Goff played awful because there's a lot of pressure on him. And they decided not to run Jahmyr Gibbs a lot. And the only person that was making big plays was Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't know what they and they missed 5 4th down conversions. All 5 of them they failed.
They need to stop going for a 4th down every time.
No, it's called the plays they were choosing to do on 4th down were stupid.
And also, the one that was on the goal line that they went for, his tight end came wide open before he threw the football.
Yes, if he just simply flicked it to him, that would have been a touchdown. So yeah, the game was rough. There was one point where I would have preferred that there were 2 points where they should have gone for the field goal because it wasn't windy at those points. They could have kicked 2 field goals and they didn't. And I think that would have changed the momentum of the game for the Lions.
Yeah.
And they chose not to, and that was really frustrating. So yeah, it's like Lions, you are in a little bit of a danger zone right now. If the Bears keep winning, if the Packers go off with their Toyota-thon, which I don't think, as of right now, I have no idea what's going to happen with that. You have the Panthers stepping up, and like all that. You are in a sort of in a danger zone. And the reason why you're in a danger zone is because your offense is inconsistent this year without Ben Johnson, which is a concern, I said.
Yeah.
It's a concern. Your defense is kind of fine right now. Your defense is doing solid. But your offense is so miscombobulated that it's just that like you're not a Super Bowl contender, that's for sure. You got to make it to the playoffs first right now because
you're in danger.
You're in danger.
The NFC has so many teams that are like on the bubble that have winning records. That
there's an obvious chunk of NFC that are not making the playoffs, and then the rest is like all in anybody's ball game right now.
But there's also even like for some people that you think are obviously not making it. If some teams,
you're afraid of Cowboys. Be quiet.
If teams collapse, that's the only thing I'm saying.
Stop it. Eagles already have won 8 games, and you still have to play who the Chiefs, and I don't know, that could be a win for you. You had to play the Eagles right now, who against their defensive line, against the Cowboys' offensive line, who did not look good against the Cardinals. That's
Okay,
a
we're getting
huge
off
concern.
track. I'm just saying,
Uh-huh.
Lions, do you need to start winning games? That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, and Sevi, I think and if the refs are gonna help the Eagles too,
Yep.
that's gonna suck because I don't want that. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Anyway, that was our recap for Week 11. All right, now it's time for our statement / overreaction segment. So, rock, paper, scissors.
All right, you got me that time.
I won.
You got me that time. I was thinking about doing scissors. Like, nah.
I'll go first.
You'll go first? Cool.
Okay.
I would have had to go first anyway, so win-win for me.
Yep. Browns. I'm going to start with the Browns.
Cool.
So, my statement is that now, this is because Dylan Gabriel has not looked good this year. If Stefanski doesn't give George Sanders, reps with the starting offense and start him if he doesn't start the rest of the year and he doesn't actually start to look good, Stefanski's 100% losing his job, no questions asked. If he does start to look good, maybe he can salvage it, but that's my statement.
Okay, I'm gonna say that I agree with the fact that, like, if he doesn't start Shador, he's gonna get fired. Period. So he like kind of like Dable, but he ended up getting fired. But it's like if he doesn't start Shador, I think he's gonna get fired. Period. If he starts Shador, and if he does develop with the starters, like the argument you're making for him, then yeah, he'd keep his job. But at the same time, do the Browns really want that? Do you really want Stefanski to stay? So I think
the thing is that if Shador's looking good, that's box office for them.
Yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, I agree that, like, if they start Shador, he could keep his job. That's the only way he's going to keep his job. The question is if Shador plays well or not. Yeah, he has to look good. So, yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
I think that's true.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start with the Cowboys, and this is about a player. Dak Prescott will never win a Super Bowl as long as he is with the Cowboys.
Didn't we already do this last week?
No, I didn't say that. That was not my overreaction. Did you say something about that?
Well, no, you brought it up.
I was talking about Kyler Murray with the Raiders last week.
You brought up something with it last week. But
maybe I did. You can comment if I did.
It's like, probably not. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to definitively close the door, but it's probably.
And in my opinion, like I said, Kyler Murray going to Raiders, I think Raiders would also be a good spot for Dak to have a chance. But then again, that division is tough.
I'd rather the Broncos open their that's not going to happen.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen. If there's any team, the only other team I think that you get in AFC is probably Steelers. I don't think you would get anywhere else because Tua is staying with Dolphins.
Will
obviously.
Howard.
Yeah, because Will Howard is a quarterback that watching Aaron Rodgers play in such development.
Yep.
And Will Howard looked pretty good in the preseason before he got hurt. So, and shows like he's like Josh Allen, a lot of promise. So yeah.
Yep. All right. Next, I got the Packers. If they don't beat the Lions on Thanksgiving, they are missing the playoffs.
Yeah, we were talking about.
You actually.
We were talking about this earlier because if they win the rest of the games to lose to Lions, then
But
then
I
make
don't.
it.
I don't.
But
see
I don't see it happening because of all the other teams right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. Like we were talking about that earlier. Like whoever wins that game is probably gonna get the playoff spot, unless the Bears collapse or like the Seahawks collapse. But I don't see Seahawks collapsing because their schedule's easy, except for the couple tough teams, and like Panthers or Buccaneers are like lose, which would most likely be Panthers. If it was.
All right.
So yeah,
I need you to say something crazy now. We don't want to agree on everything. This would be terrible if we agree on everything.
Oh, okay. Well, here's my overreaction, which you'll probably disagree with.
Okay.
Panthers will win the division if the Bucs don't get healthy. If they don't get healthy, they. Oh.
Seriously, if we agree on everything today.
Yeah, but I think you disagree because you're going to say the Panthers are too inconsistent that they can win.
Well, they are too inconsistent, but I think having too many injuries is worse than inconsistency.
Yeah, and not to mention the Buccaneers are probably
and if by some
have to play the Rams.
If by some miracle they win this game,
and Buccaneers lose to Rams, that's like
oh my goodness, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Is Bryce Young good? I don't know.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting one.
Anyway, next It's the Chargers. I don't know if you're going to agree or disagree on this one.
Okay.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Chargers are missing the playoffs.
Ooh.
And here, say
Ooh.
before I'm going to tell you the schedule. But
No, tell me the schedule first.
Okay.
So I can actually.
All right, so they have the Raiders. That should be a win. But then they got the Eagles. That's a loss, probably. And then Chiefs is 50-50 at this point.
I'll give that W. Wait,
Okay.
how many games they won so far? 7?
7.
Okay.
And then you got Cowboys, which will probably be a win. I think Texans will beat them, and Broncos.
Ooh, it's gonna be tight. But I'm going to, dude.
That was the one you had.
Wow. Whoops. Well, I guess we were hoping that we didn't disagree and everything, but only because you're hoping for the Eagles to collapse. So wouldn't you want them to beat them?
Yeah, but I don't think they will right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they beat Chiefs, Cowboys, Raiders, that's 10 wins.
Basically, my Lions thinking was that they're definitely going to beat the Raiders, and they're probably definitely going to beat the Cowboys. The Chiefs is 50-50. Eagles, not really. Buccaneers, Texans.
I think
the great defenses they're facing.
So I will say this though: if they don't make the playoffs, I think the Texans or Ravens or Steelers, one of those three, will be the ones that will take the spot.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I'm predicting the Texans are going to take their spot. Basically.
Okay, I mean that's fair, but I don't think that's going to happen because of what happened with the Texans this past week, and I don't know.
CJ Stroud's going to come back.
We'll see if CJ Stroud actually plays well though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So,
I forgot about that game.
Yeah. So it's tough. It's a tough place for the Texans to get it. Ravens again, like I don't know too. So yeah, I'm gonna say no, but there's definitely no chance that I think they're gonna win a playoff game. I think they'll lose the
I
first
didn't
game.
say that.
So yeah, that I think if you said that, like duh. But yeah. So
Okay,
all right, next I have is the Chiefs. And my overreaction is not something huge, but my prediction is they're about to go on a losing streak, losing to the Colts and the Cowboys. And then do they play Texans next? Right?
I don't know.
I don't know. But if it's Texans next and Texans. So at least 3-game losing streak. I know you want to say yes, but I think that's going to happen. Is it because
Believe
the Cowboys?
Me, this is going to be our Super Bowl.
If you win, yeah. I mean, hey, we can celebrate all night long as they do.
No,
So,
literally, I am going to act like it's the Super Bowl. Literally, because if we beat the Chiefs, then I'll be happy for this season. Okay,
Mhm.
just because we aren't making the playoffs, probably. Okay, the only way
It's
to
like,
do
let
it
us
is if
have
there's
this
an
moment.
epic collapse. Let us have one moment this year. One moment. We had one moment last year against the Steelers, and yeah.
All right.
All right. Next is the Bills.
Okay.
So this is assuming, like, if Chiefs, Ravens don't make the playoffs, they have no excuse for not making the Super Bowl. If they don't get it done this year, that whole coaching staff is getting fired.
Only because
What?
the Patriots look really good.
They look really good, but it's not an excuse when you should have the better quarterback. Literally.
Should have, but
They should.
they should. But Drake May's looking pretty good without weapons too. And then you have the Colts, who we'll see what they look like by the end of the season.
I'm saying that if you don't have Mahomes or Lamar Jackson or
And-
Joe Burrow in the playoffs,
Yeah.
you have no excuse.
No, literally. Yeah, I know. I mean,
No excuses.
but I'm saying the Patriots look good. Colts look good. Broncos defense could be really scary if they got to play them, but I don't think. Well, no, because if they're wild card, they might, which is interesting. So yeah, there are teams that they have to go through, but if any chance this year, it is this year. If
This is the
all that-
only opportunity I think
Probably.
they're going to get.
probably, so I hope that's right, but I just don't think it's easy. It's an easy route.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I have the Ravens, and here's what I say about the Ravens.
Mhm.
Even though they're on a winning streak and they're probably going to win next week,
Mhm.
they're still going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
And again,
Yep.
they got to play Steelers twice. For some reason, except for last year, the Steelers, Lamar struggles against them. And Lamar's looking sloppy right now. So this is definitely one of the years where he's going to struggle with the Steelers like he normally does. Steelers defense is looking better too. And then on top of that, I think they have to play the Bears. Oh no, they already lost the Bears. They just play Packers. Where if the Packers are having their Toyota-thon with Jordan Love, that's not an easy win. It won't be. That's automatically 3
You
losses.
know what would be fun if Toyota.
And then the Bengals.
You know what would be
if
fun
Jamar Chase plays.
if they didn't call it Toyota-thon this year and then they don't play well.
Yeah, that'd be really funny. And then that's 3 losses. If you lost Steelers twice, and that means you lost 8 games, you'd be 9-8, and I don't think you make it if you were 9-8. So yeah, I think you're in a situation where your Jets is like the last easy game. I think super easy game.
Yeah,
to
they
play.
don't have any more easy games,
and then the rest of the games are games where you could lose all of them. So that's why I'm saying they're still gonna miss the playoffs. And to Seppi's point, Chiefs and Ravens both miss it. That would be super helpful for Josh Allen.
All right. So my final one is the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
This pains me to say it.
Mm-hmm.
But just like with the Bills, I feel like this is the 49ers' year to win the Super Bowl. I know their defense is banged up, but
only because their defense is banged up.
Yeah,
only because of that.
I would have more confidence in saying that if their defense wasn't banged up, but I don't know. Something feels weird, different.
Yeah, the 49ers, they're winning games while being injured. Christian McCaffrey's looking really good. Brock Purdy still has that really good connection with George Kittle. Their offense, it looks like they're pretty set even without all their weapons.
Yep.
The big question is their defense, is the defense of if you lose anybody else on the defense. I don't think you can't afford to lose anyone else on their defense. You just can't. So if you stay healthy from where you are right now, but you still have to go through teams like the Rams. You still have to go through teams like, like if the Bears do actually end up playing well, but I don't think that's really as much of a concern.
Yeah.
If the Buccaneers do step up when they're healthy, they're still that as well. So it's like, could they? Sure, but I think that is a slight overreaction. So
yeah. All right, your last one?
My last one is the Lions, and we kind of already said this, but my overreaction is they are going to, if they lose to Packers, like opposite view, they will miss the playoffs.
Yeah, that's basically what I was saying.
Wait.
The winner.
Don't you mean agree? Oh. Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, what? I was like, you just said that earlier.
Yeah, literally. The winner of that game will make the playoffs. The other one is going to be scratching and clawing
because
to make it.
The Lions have already lost 4 games. They have to play Packers. They have to play the Bears. If the Bears start playing better at that point, so it's like it's going to be tough for the Lions. It's going to be tough, and yeah, I just don't think you're in a situation where you're going to make the playoffs if you lose to the Packers because you lost to the Eagles in a kind of There's a lot of reasons as to why you lost that game, which are valid, but at the same time, you've done this in other games this year too. Yep. So that's the concern with the Lions.
All right.
Do you have a bonus?
Bonus.
Okay.
It's the Eagles.
All right.
Okay, so I'm anticipating we win tonight. Okay. Eagles, bring your A game next week. If you don't bring your A game, it's going to be closer. Too close for comfort. And you wouldn't want to go back into a slump mode, would you?
So is this
if the Eagles lose to the Cowboys next week, they are going to go on a slump. If they lose.
No. Whether they win or lose, they're not going to slump mode because of losing the Cowboys.
This Cowboys team?
Because Dak normally gets a win from them. I don't think it's going to happen, but if it happened, it wouldn't surprise me because Dak normally ties with the Eagles. So I'm not saying that like them losing is unlikely. I'm
not saying that we're a good team.
I'm just saying with the Eagles, if the refs do have a new favorite team, it's the Eagles.
Yeah.
On top of that,
hey Jalen Carter, don't
spit this time.
Watch your saliva.
Yeah, don't spit. If you spit again, you might get.
If you guys win the coin toss, take the ball so you don't get he doesn't get tossed before the game even starts.
Yeah, or George Pickens don't spit on him back like, hey, this is for week 1, and then that would not be good. And of all the players on Cowboys, the one that would spit would be George Pickens.
Yeah, he's been nicer this year though. I'll just
a little nicer.
It's because he's a little happier because he's actually top 5 in receiving yards. But anyway,
yeah. So yeah, cool. I mean, yeah, I don't think so.
No, So even if say we for by some miracle we blow them out. By some miracle.
You're not going to blow them
It's
out.
a miracle. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not going to happen. But
Well, of course, a what if miracle situation. Of course, I'd agree if the what if happened. Duh.
so if we blow if we beat the Eagles by two, let's say it was 2-score game for some reason, okay? Just for some reason. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm saying for some reason. Would they go into a slump?
Sebby,
Yes or no?
what if the let's look at these games. What
if they don't score 20 points?
What if the
against our
Bengals shut
defense?
out the Patriots? Does that put the Patriots in jeopardy?
Yeah,
But is it going to happen?
it could.
It's very highly unlikely. Same with the Cowboys Eagles. Very highly unlikely, Giuseppe. These what if situations. What if? Of course, if the what if happened, of course you would say yes, they're in trouble. But that's because it's a big what if. It's a miracle, like you said.
Yeah.
So duh, of course I'd agree if it happened. Is it gonna happen? Highly unlikely.
Oh well. Well, anyway. Let us know what you think down in the comments below. What was your favorite moments from Week 11 of the NFL season? Let us know. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Giuseppe.
I'm Antonios.
And this has been Dynamite Duo Sports. Dallas?
You have way too much faith in the Cowboys, my friend.
I don't have faith. I'm just saying. I'm
Move
just saying
on.
the Eagles are going to be bad.
Move on.
Beat the Raiders tonight, please.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you don't beat the Raiders, then I think it's officially time that Cowboys need to recognize that, like, you guys are just in the
I'm going to have to pick another team for
completely
this season.
screwed. Pick another team. Who would you pick?
How about if the Raiders lose to the Cowboys? I'll reveal it in one of our top 10 videos.
Yo, what?
I'll reveal it in one of our top 10 videos this
Oh,
week if
okay.
they lose.
All right, bet.